hey, hey, hey.
What's going on, YouTube? This is your boy Cornell, the Tech Savvy Rider. Today is May 4th, and it's my first day back to work. I'm gonna tell you what you need to expect when you come off your quarantine or you get called back in and go to work. I'm gonna tell you that the atmosphere for me is a little different. See, everybody is basically working in the same area but trying to stay away from each other because everybody's still paranoid about what's actually going on. You know, even though majority of us have to be at work, you know, because we are so-called essential workers, but you know, the deal is everybody needs to be back at work because things are just getting out of hand. To make a long story short, man, everybody's walking around with masks inside the building. You start feeling uncomfortable. You know, you get around other people, and if they masked or not masked, first thing they doing is trying to check you out to see if you got a mask on. And it's just totally different, man. It's like everybody's, what's the word I'm looking for? Everybody's worried about everybody else, basically. You know, you got people trying to stay away from each other. You got people who's trying to do their work, sitting behind a desk, and the minute someone walk past their door, you can see them covering up because they paranoid. And this is ridiculous, man. I'm like, either everybody be in masks, everybody get back to work. This is going to be the new social norm. It seems like it's not going to change for quite some time. People are still paranoid. People at work paranoid. People at home paranoid. Everybody is frustrated, including me. You know, I don't know if I want to get around people and start talking. And, you know, I have to listen to whatever problems or issues that they're having. But, you know, the minute somebody sneezes or cough, everybody's basically running. And I'm not saying it for a joke. It is literally true. People are running from each other, man. This is ridiculous. So it's my first day back to work, and I'm going to tell you right now, I hate it already. I was looking forward to coming back here, but after a couple of hours, I realized they shouldn't have never made the choice of opening anything back up. It should have stayed closed. That's my spiel for right now. I'll keep y'all posted. I'm gonna head on, try to do some errands right quick for my lunch. Let me bag up Black Flash out of here so I can go knock it out and come on back up here. Other than that, y'all hang tight. Alright, get off of that soapbox, man. What I wanted to talk to you all today, man, is reference to family. Recently, my son, you know, he came to me and was like, Dad, I was thinking about buying my own car. So he been saving up for quite some time now. And when he was ready to make the move, he came to me and said, Dad, I want you to go with me. Because I really don't know what I'm doing, but I do know what I want. And it was a surprise to me because here he is, he's 20 years old, and anything and everything I ever needed for him to do, or he even support around the house. He ups and give it to me with no questions asked. And I constantly tell him all the time, hey, with you being 18 years old, you need to be trying to get yourself together, make sure everything is good to go, you know, for as yourself, man. You know, he had recently went through some stuff himself, and it kind of messed with him because he was at the break where he was being influenced by life itself. You know, here he is, 20 years old now, and he was more concerned of trying to keep up with his peers. All his peers, you know, they went out and bought some cars, and you know, it made me kind of feel like he was missing part of life because he was not able to keep up with his friends. And it kind of bothered me for a bit because I knew he was ready, but mentally he wasn't. So I had to sit back and talk to him, man, give him that father-son speech, and I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what I told him. I said, man, ain't nobody gonna ever give you anything, especially with you being a young black man. You're gonna have to work hard at everything that you do. You're gonna have to work hard for everything that you want. And never let anybody tell you, because based on the color of your skin, that you can't have something, you can't get something, or you can't, that particular whatever is not meant for you. And I went back and told him about the first time I went and bought my first house, the first time I went and bought Black Flash. Back then it was a Gold Wing. And I told him of the incidents that people was trying to tell me that these things I was not able to get because they was looking at me like they didn't, you know, just by looking at me, oh, he ain't got no money, he ain't ready, he can't afford this. And that is what our own peers, for his peers, that's what his peers was doing to him. That's what life was doing to him. So he not only had to deal with peer pressure, he had to deal with the pressures of life itself. And it kind of got to me because here he is, a young man, already been burdened with whatever society is thinking. So after I talked to him, I was like, hey, as long as you put in your mind what it is that you want, whatever it is out of life that you want, make it a goal for yourself to get it done. No matter what it is. If you saving your money, you going to work every day and you saving your money, and you know what it is that you want, as far as what particular type of car you want, save for that car. Save for whatever the amount of the car is, be able to save 10 to 20% of that automatically. So if the car is going to cost you $20,000, make sure you got at least $2,000 for that car to put down on it. Be prepared for whatever it is. If the car costs you $30,000, of course, be ready to have $3,000 to put down on it. And I'm not saying it to have a figure for a down payment. I'm saying that this is what the money you need to have in your bank account just in case something goes wrong after you get it. So he saved up a couple of $1,000, and once he did that, he was like, Dad, okay, now what's the next step? What should I do? I was like, no, son, you got your money. I'm gonna take you around and make sure you know what you want. And once you see what you want, don't let anybody try to talk you down less than what it is that you want. So if you know you want that Dodge Challenger, you want that Mustang, if that vehicle is calling your name inside your head, that's the car that you want. Don't let none of these sales representatives try to take that away from you by saying, okay, we got something that you can afford. Because that's what they're going to do. They're going to try to downshift you out of, down talk you out of getting what you really want. So I had to get them prepared to be able to handle that. And at the same time, I'm calling my boy up, my man up on the other side of the dealership and say, hey, I'm bringing my son in. I want you to take care of him, but I want him to own up to you what it is that he wants. You know? So here I am still trying to be the rough dad and, you know, give him the facts of life, but at the same time, I'm pulling strings for him to make sure that once he decided what he wanted, he was able to get it. But it wasn't going to be nobody telling him. It was going to be he had to show proof that he wanted. You know what I mean? So in other words, they were going to go all out of his way, all out of their way to make sure he get what he want, because they owed that favor to me. But he had to ask for it. He had to go out and say, this is what I want. I had to make him, I wanted him to man up and take responsibility for what he was about to do. And he stepped up to the plate and knocked it out the park. I was so proud of him, man. I literally, I'm kind of choking up now talking about it. But I was so proud of my son, man. I'm telling you, it just brought tears to my eyes. And I was like, man, this is what a father is all about right here. Watching your son take over the responsibilities and becoming a man. I did my fatherly job. I was proud, man. So to all the fathers out there, man, I'm gonna tell you, it's hard, but don't give up. Make them step to the plate when you see that they ain't ready. Make them step up to the plate. Make them become men. Because the problem that our young men have right now in their lives is they think they know it all, but they're not ready. Sometimes you gotta let them fall on their face just so they can wake the F up. But deep down in your heart, don't give up on them. Just make them man up. When they know what they want, you sit back and be there for them. But they gotta prove that they ready to take on their responsibility. And in your eyes, you'll know. In your heart, you'll know they're ready. Because you the one trained them. Other than that, I'm gonna head on over to the bank. That's my spiel for the day, YouTube. Y'all have a good one. GoPro, start recording.
Hey, 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 hey.